Kayla.
My name is Hawa.
And we're back with Tasty Tuesday, our series on Sun Devil Fitness Complex YouTube page. We are back with bi-weekly episodes, starting with this one, all airing on Tuesdays. Today we've made spinach artichoke tips.
This is dairy-free and it uses spinach, of course, which is high in vitamin A and iron is best absorbed when you pair it with vitamin C.
Awesome, so let's get started. These are the ingredients you'll need. 1.5 cups raw cashews,
4 cloves of garlic,
1 small onion diced,
1.5 cups unsweetened non-dairy milk,
1/4 cup of nutritional yeast,
1 small lemon juice,
1 to 1.5 teaspoons of salt,
4 cups loosely packed fresh spinach,
and 2 cans that are 14 ounces of artichokes drained and rinsed. Let's get started. Alrighty, so to start us off with this recipe, very slippery. There are 4 cloves of garlic. So much like in our previous episodes, I'm just gonna cut the ends off of each of these garlic cloves. And then I'm going to, well, after I get that off, I'm gonna smash it so it opens it up, and then I don't have to cut it. All right, now we're gonna cut our onion. Just calls for 1 small onion. So I've got Hal off to the side helping me cut this because I am not proficient in my knife skills. And that's okay. When you're cutting anything that you're just not 100% confident about, take your time. It is totally okay to take it nice and slow because safety is what's most important. All right, so we misjudged the size. It happens. We're gonna transfer our little bit of garlic over to a slightly larger pan so that way we can make sure it all cooks evenly. All right, I'm just adding the rest of my onions. Pop this in the sink. We're gonna turn this on. Hawa's gonna start stirring. We're gonna add about 1 tablespoon of olive oil into our mixture to cook off the onions and the garlic. We're gonna wait about 2 to 3 minutes until it's about translucent. So it should look a little bit, you'll see the color change. It's pretty milky right now, and you should see a translucence start to appear. We're gonna welcome over Monica again, who is our West Wellness Manager, and she's gonna talk to us a little bit more about how to promote more wellness in our lives. Alrighty, so today we're just cooking a simple...
My eyes are watering.
Oh my god! That happens when you cook onions. Do you want me to switch with you and you can talk to Monica?
Sure.
Okay. It's okay, guys. I've got eyes of steel. Who in the comments below tell us if you cry really easily over onions?
Definitely me.
Yeah?
Me too, as you can tell.
Something we've talked about before is, I guess, is involved in your eye color, but we all 3 have brown eyes, so I don't know. I'm just the strong one. They're all, no, I'm just kidding. So we just heard that apparently there's a TikTok trend or hack, I guess is a better word, hack, of if you cut an onion with a wet paper towel next to you, it kind of goes to the paper towel for some reason. We'll test it out maybe next time. So Monica, could you tell us more about, I feel like a lot of students, you know, the weeks are going by, getting longer, semester is about halfway over. They might have some issues with sleeping. The wellness team does a lot of work with promoting healthy sleep schedules and stuff like that. Could you give us a little bit of insight into kind of how to navigate our sleep schedule as students?
Definitely. You're all gonna hate me, but one of the biggest things to do is to stay off of your phone and electronics 30 minutes prior to bed. So we promote that so much, especially now as we're in the whole virtual world. It's really nice to take that 30 minutes for your own downtime. And again, like we talked about with stress, getting creative, reading a book, doing a puzzle, being creative with your art, really anything like that is really good to help you kind of get a nice relaxation before you go to sleep, because we know that we all need that to get a healthy amount of sleep. Speaking of, how much sleep do you two get?
I do not function without at least 8 hours. 7 to 8, 7 is my limit in terms of low amount of sleep, but 8 hours, you know, obviously sometimes I like to have more. I think anyone would, but 8 hours is my sweet spot, and I almost always get it because I do not function without it. So I think I'm kind of lucky in that sense, where it makes it so I have to get that 8 hours, or I really, really feel it. All of us really have a limited function capability with limited sleep. What about you, Hawa?
I'm honestly the same way. I actually really need to prioritize my sleep, otherwise I'll be cranky, I'll be moody, and I just won't be my nicest self. So I definitely prioritize my sleep, and you know, I've noticed that even if I have a big project coming up or a final, if I don't sleep enough, I'm not going to do well anyways, so I might as well sleep well and then get up earlier in the morning, or just make some time in my day to get my work done.
Absolutely. So the recommended amount of sleep is 7 to 9 hours every night. So you guys are killing it. But yeah, sleep is very important. Sleep goes with everything with wellness. So if you don't get sleep, you're probably going to be lacking in a different area of wellness. You might have some mental fog, which could hurt your academics. You might not be able to have a good boost in your mood because you're just so tired and your body is lacking energy that you just can't do it anymore. So sleep is very, very important.
And I've done this thing recently where I set my phone on the other side of my room, so even in the mornings if my alarm goes off, I have to physically get up to turn it off.
I do that
That's such
too.
a great thing to do.
Because otherwise I'll just hit snooze.
Yes. Also, choose an alarm if you use an alarm to wake up that isn't super annoying, because if you have a really annoying alarm, it's just going to make you not want to get the proper amount of sleep, and you're going to feel groggy in the morning when you wake up because you heard this horrible screeching alarm.
You know,
I think
never
that's the
thought about
Apple
that.
default one.
Yeah,
Yes.
same.
Awful.
Yes.
Same. When you hear
It
it in
triggers
a,
me every time.
when you hear it in a movie, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
No, that makes that makes so much sense. Like, I do use an annoying alarm because I just assumed I needed an annoying alarm to get myself up. But I'm glad you proved me wrong, because
Yes.
now I can get rid of my annoying alarm. Alrighty, so it looks like I'm getting lots of translucent. We have some bigger pieces in here, but that's okay. It's all gonna get blended. Alrighty, so now that it's at translucent, you got it. I am just gonna put it in our blender. Be careful, because it's hot. I feel like we're taking a picture of, like, I'm giving you food and you giving me food. You know what I mean? Like, or like the drinks.
And I'm just awkwardly sitting here.
We're hydrating.
Like, hello. Like a wedding ceremony.
Yes, it's like a wedding ceremony.
Sorry, Shay.
Put in the comments below what you think that little maneuver looked like. Alrighty, so we have our sauteed onions and garlic that are translucent. We're gonna add our soaked raw cashews. So you wanna soak them in boiling water. You'll boil the water first, then soak them separately for about 20 minutes. If you do not have a higher powered blender, so a Vitamix is even more preferred, but Ninja does a really great job as well. If you do not have one of those blenders or a high powered blender, soak for longer. It'll be a little easier to blend.
Something I like to do when I make this is soak it overnight, so I don't have to worry about it during the day when I make it. I'm going to be adding 1.5 cups of unsweetened almond milk.
All right, and then we are going to add 1/4 of a cup of nutritional yeast. It's just a common kind of cheese flavor substitute for anything vegan, which we are making this dairy-free, which you do not have to make. We have about 1 to 1.5 teaspoons of salt. If I feel like I need to add more, I can always add a little bit more later on. And we're going to do about 1 lemon, which is about, I believe 2 tablespoons. Or no, 2 teaspoons, my apologies. Maybe tablespoons. 1 lemon.
The juice of a lemon.
We're gonna step aside, blend this, and then come back to add our artichoke hearts and our tender spinach. Okay, so now we have our 2 cans of drained and rinsed artichoke hearts. We're gonna add that to here.
And then you're gonna add your spinach. The recipe calls for 4 cups, but you can put more or less, just depends on how much spinach you like.
We're gonna blend this and we'll come right back. Now that we've got that all blended together, we're gonna take a baking pan, put this in, even it off, put it in the oven at 425 for about 20 or so minutes, just until it's about golden brown on top. You can also just serve this as is. It's totally up to how you would prefer to eat it. I like to eat mine warm, so we're gonna pop that in the oven, bake that off a little bit, and I'll see you guys when it's all done. Alrighty, so we've got our dairy-free spinach artichoke dip out of the oven and onto a plate with some bread on the side. There's a multitude of things that you can eat it with. You can eat it with crackers, pita.
I like it with blue corn tortilla chips.
Absolutely. Whatever floats your boat, whatever you really enjoy in conjunction with a nice dip. And that marks the end of our video. Thank you for joining us this week on Tasty Tuesday.
And stay tuned for the following week's video. We'll be making pan-sheet sweet potato fajitas. Bye!
Bye-bye!